Hello and welcome to the channel. This is a premiere video. Somewhere down in there, there's a little button you can click and you get a chat room that you can join us, and we're gonna all talk while I take the Skydio 2 drone and do a little flying just right up and down the stream. It's a perfect drone for that because of the rocks, because of the trees, limbs sticking out into the river area. I can fly it with the controller, kick it back here, and just safely, in theory, fly around this bend in the stream. And I can keep it low and have a pretty good amount of trust that it's gonna do what I want as long as I keep it close enough to me. The Skydio, being a Wi-Fi drone, does have some issues with connection. If you missed it, I did recently do the update to the Skydio, and I put out a video showing a range test before and after that update, and that was above trees mostly, so we didn't have a lot of interference, and we were able to get 3,000, 4,000 feet away before we started seeing breakup on our screen. So this should be interesting to see what happens today with us being under that tree line. If you are watching this in the replay, the chat should be viewable if you want to go back and look at it. Otherwise, let me know in the description below that you came by, you checked out the video. Now, if you want to jump right into the flying, go ahead and skip ahead to this timestamp right there. Now, for the rest of us that are here in the premiere, let me know where you're viewing from and if you enjoy it or not. This is one of those areas that I've been setting up to make these little nature water videos lately. And the new channel is going to be coming soon. So if you're new here and you haven't been paying attention to my last few videos, then you might not know that I'm working on a second channel that's just all this nature. I'm gonna appreciate all those from this channel who will subscribe to that to help me get to that 1,000 subscriber mark as quickly as possible, because I think right now it's a pretty cool time to have that kind of content. And all this time I've lived next to this stuff, and it just now dawned on me, why not, man? You know, a lot of us can't get outside right now, and I thought this would be a good time to share the area where I am at, because I can get outside to places like this. My house is just a couple blocks over this way. So it's pretty cool that this is that close to me and I'm able to still get out here, get a little sunshine. And hopefully there's a few people down in the chat and we're all chatting away with each other right now, what we do for a living, who's out of work, who's not. Speaking of which, my business has been closed down since March 20th. It should hopefully be reopened by the 30th of this month, fingers crossed. That's 6 weeks of going without any income, except for the measly amount of money I make on YouTube, as well as the few of you who have stepped up and bought a shirt. I don't make a lot of money on those shirts. I make about $5 out of each one of those shirts, believe it or not, maybe 8 top, but every dollar does help, and you guys have actually pitched in enough with shirts that I was able to go buy groceries for the whole family for a couple weeks. So how are you guys and girls doing? If you're here on the premiere and it's live, let me know in the chat right now, because I'm in there with you. And if it's after the fact, let me know in the comments below how life is treating you right now with this whole pandemic. And let me know if you're doing okay, because I know this is going to be a little harder on some of us than other ones of us. Let's go ahead and break out the Skydio, break out the remote control, and get up in the air. So when you first start with the Skydio, you don't have to calibrate it because it doesn't have like compasses in it like a DJI drone. I'm taking it off right now from the case. The case is actually a nice, flat area that you can take off from. You hold the launch button right there, and you see the blue ring go around it, and it's gonna up in the air. All right. So whenever you're flying with just the phone or just the beacon, it will automatically turn and find a subject. See how it's got a plus on me right there? If I click that, it's now tracking me, and it's flying on its own. Now I can walk around with the controller and do that, but today we're gonna click that little X that I just clicked and manually fly this thing. So first we're going to go off this way because it's completely in line of sight. And I've heard a few horror stories about, it in water conditions, but it is very bright. It's midday. I don't think we're going to have an issue with it being too dark and the sensor's not working properly. So let's go ahead and take it over the water. Woo-hoo! It's always scary being over the water, especially moving water like this. And we're gonna go slow. Now I can go in and change my settings so that I can push it a little harder and it'll still go slow like this. But right now I'm just actually doing this all manually. I'm going up, as you can see, just a little bit on the left stick, going straight on the right stick, and the stream starts to turn. Now I wonder if I just haven't found it, and maybe there is a mode in here that lets you put it into something slower. See, look at that tree right there. Boom, I didn't even worry that I was going to hit it. My DJI drone, I would have worried. Now, I am going a little fast here, so there's a bridge, right over the bridge. And I've got a pretty strong signal for having gone by all these trees and having all this stuff in the way now. I got a pretty strong signal. I mean, it's breaking up a little bit, as you can see. I'm like right over there on the other side of the trees there. Let me show you. We'll go straight up and we'll bring it right over here. You can see I'm not that far. I'm just right down there. I don't know if you can see me or not, but there I am. Hello. Get a little high wind warning as you go up a little higher. And always keep in mind when you're flying drones that the winds are a lot lower when you're at a lower elevation or blocked by trees and stuff. When you get up higher, those winds can be 5 miles per hour down here and be 20, 30 miles per hour, just 100 feet up even. Well, maybe that's an exaggeration, but you get the idea of what I'm saying. Ooh, that's scary. Look at that, that's pretty dope. Let's do that again, but like with the drone looking in the water. We'll go up a little higher, but not too high because you want to be able to see in the water. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it down. So there's the gimbal looking straight down. And this is an auto right now, so you can see that the rocks on the left are super washed out. I'm letting the auto features do everything, and that's what happens when you do auto. And we are going to mess with this in a minute and mess with those the settings to slow down the throttle and stuff. That's weird. I wonder why I put a little shadow there. We'll go up a little higher. Oh, look, you can see it still. It's still there. No clue what that means. Why, Skydio, does that happen? If you're watching this, or anyone who has one, see how in the app I can see the Skydio drone looking down? Let me know why. I don't remember seeing that before. I'm not going for like distance right now. It's all about just going slow and taking the time with it. Look at that shot. That right there, I could just leave it on there, record the audio, put that on the new nature channel that I was talking about earlier, and that would be dope. Oh, I'm going to be able to get some really cool nature videos. I didn't even think about this kind of stuff. Views that most people don't get when they're making these kind of videos. I mean, look at this thing. Right here, if I turn the drone and I scan it up, let's see, you guys have to forgive me, I haven't learned where all the manual settings are yet. But look at that. I mean, there's no way I could set up a regular camera right there. If I wanted to, I could just set the drone like somewhere right there, let it just record through one battery, and poof, new nature video. Because like right underneath me is all water. I mean, I'm literally 3 feet off the water right now. And it's pretty dope, actually. Like, how cool is that, man? God, that would suck if it went down in there, because that water is so cold. I actually was making a video the other day, and it was snowing, and the water was so cold, and I slipped on a rock, and I fell in the water with my camera. One was a GoPro, so it was fine. The other was my audio recorder that was soaked. It's still recording. That's what I'm recording the audio on this right now, so yeah, look at this. How cool is that, man? What a cool view. Is that just me, or are we seeing some kind of red? Is that a red rock? Is he moving fast when you're looking down like this? You can't really see. Everything sort of blurs together. I'm just trying to find a cool little commotion of water to leave it on while I try to look for some settings here. So I think if we hit this gear, we got the height floors off, controller, gimbal sensitivity, flight sensitivity. We can really take this throttle down, right? And that should, nope, it's still fast. Okay. What is up with that? Shouldn't that be like slow as hell now? And it's not, it's still really fast. Or whoa, okay, maybe it's the other way. Let's try that again. Flight sensitivity throttle, let's put it all the way 100%. And that's just as fast. I swear it looks just as fast at 100 as 0. Put it up around 70 something. Slow the yaw down. Let's pull the camera up and test the yaw out, guys. Alright, so yaw at 0. Oh, yaw at 100. Real fast there. Whoa, okay. Let's bring the yaw down to 10. That is slower, but let's see if we can get it even slower. That's one of the big ones, man, the yaw being slow. See if we can get it down to, try that. I like that, all right. Yaw at 5%. Let's try this again. Just gonna go right down the stream. This time I'm gonna try to keep it a little lower. Maybe we can go under that bridge, I don't know. But how awesome is that, man? That's so beautiful. Ooh, those twigs. Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna have to go up a little bit. And because it's an auto, you're gonna see the light change. See how the light's changing like that? That's an issue with auto. If you're doing something where the light's gonna change, then it's gonna change. There's a bridge. Let's go under it. Oh my God, this is scary. Ah! Let's go under, but not the water part. Oh, it did it. It did it. Now let's go back up. Oh, I lost my signal. I went under the bridge. Usually I won't go under a bridge or anything like that unless it's visual line of sight and I can actually do that myself. For those of you who don't know, that mountain right on the other side there, that's Keystone Ski Resort. That's the Keystone Golf Course. This is pretty beautiful. Look at this. My neighborhood's right over there, like on the other side of that hill. You can't really see it. It's just pretty, man. It's such a beautiful area. I'm so glad that I moved already before this happened, because it would have really sort of sucked being stuck where I lived in Houston. That's Buffalo Mountain. That's the one I climbed every year on my birthday. The rounded one on top, that is Buffalo. Red Peak is right next to it. Ah, it's so pretty. Just look at that. There's the stream. We're at 35% battery, so I'm not going to go too far, but everything's starting to melt off. Get the high wind warning. Let's bring it down. Ah, man, what a beautiful day. So what do you guys think? Do you want me to do more videos like this where we're just sort of shooting the back and forth with each other in the chat while I'm doing a video like this? Or do you prefer it whenever I just show like edited, nice drone stuff that's all edited and finished and proper? Or do you sort of like me just like coming out and setting this up so you can see everything that I'm doing? And we're just hanging out. So let's go this way. Because I can see a bridge right there. Oh, my butt. That's so pretty. And this one I can see myself. I don't know why it went to the right like that. That's weird. All right, let's back it up. Let's try that again. Let's point it straight. Let's move this down and go under the ridge. Maybe because of that snowbank, I don't know. That's a big ice chunk. I was walking on it another day. Now that bridge there, I'm not going under. It's dark and long, and it's just not going to happen. I like the yaw right now, that nice slow yaw. Yeah, that's nice. Let's come back onto the bridge. Yeah, I'm going to have to mess with the manual settings here. This changing from shadow to non-shadow it just makes it sort of a pain. But yeah, here we go, man. Look at that. Flying right by me in just a second here. There I am. Yeah. Coming right by me. Just following the stream. Absolutely love this, man. I'm really surprised I haven't gotten more interference. I've gotten a little bit, but not a lot. God, it's so pretty. So there's all kinds of different features here just to show you. Let me bring this thing back because the battery is pretty low. Bring the gimbal up. Cool thing, look, I'm just gonna fly it straight. If it hits something, it hits something. It went higher on its own, and here it is. Pretty awesome. Look at that. All right, now I can get two different angles here, look. And if I hit plus, it goes in motion track, and it's gonna like set itself to be able to track me. It doesn't know what the front and rear is unless I started walking. Then it would like readjust itself to that. I'm surprised it hasn't given me a battery warning across the screen yet. So it's got all these other options: fixed tracks, orbit, cable, hover. Those are all things to do with like tracking, where droney, rocket, boomerang, all that kind of stuff. Let's do a droney real quick. See, we got enough battery to do that. Start droney, boom. There's a lot of trees behind it right now, but that shouldn't be an issue. It should have no problem. Now, what I don't like about the droney on this one is notice I'm way at the bottom of the screen. Personally, I like it whenever the subject stays more centered in the screen. For whatever reason, it is throwing me at the bottom. And it thinks I'm over there. That is not me. Let's see what else we got. Real quick. Okay, rocket mode. Start rocket, boom. All right, so rocket mode is just going to go straight up. And again, it should keep me centered, but it's throwing me at the bottom of the screen. Not a big fan of that. I think we got enough battery to do it one more time. So we'll do that one more time. Rocket mode. And battery, low battery up. It won't let me because the battery is too low. That's pretty much it, man. So the Skydio is actually really cool flying with the controller. Let me go catch this real quick. Woo. Ah, that's cold. Did I get that on film? Luckily, these shoes are pretty waterproof, so not a whole lot of water just got in my foot, but it's that easy. It's that easy to step into freezing water or slip and drop a camera or something into the freezing water when you're out here making these videos. Now, I partly want to put in another battery and do some more right here, but I think I'm going to make a more cut video of this area to share with you, just from the little clips that you just saw me fly, like a little 15, 20 second, 30 second clip of how you can take stuff like that, put it together and make something nice. Just because you flew erratically and you went crazy and you weren't really thinking of a pre-planned flight doesn't mean you can't take some of those shots and still make something cool out of it. And I do have one more battery with me, and as you can see, I have the electric skateboard and I have the beacon. I think I'm going to put all this stuff away and make a second video showcasing just like what we just did here, but with the beacon and the Skydio, and we'll head maybe to the lake or something like that. If you like this format, make sure you've subscribed and you've clicked that little bell icon so you don't miss that video and more. It's fun for me to come back and shoot the shit with you guys in the chat room live, you know? I know some of you are watching this after the fact because you're just curious how the Skydio works with the controller. And yes, it does work really, really well. And I've done a video that shows my first time using it with the controller, which is linked here. And maybe I put it in the description if I remember, but it's for sure in this card right here. It's a really cool drone. It's a really different drone. It flies differently than what you're used to if you're used to like a regular DJI drone. It's not as robotic feeling and precise as a DJI drone. The DJI drone only goes where you manually make it go. This one does that. However, because of the 6 sensors, it will go around things in a way that's differently than the DJI drone. Now, a DJI drone does have, I think it's APAS, and I want to come out with the Skydio soon and do a tracking video through trees versus APAS versus this, and see if I can get it to follow me in the front. I've not had any luck with DJI drones following me in the front. They tend to always want to go around to the side and then eventually just stay behind you. This one, it stays pretty much where I put it, which makes it so that you can make all kinds of cool shots. And using the beacon is a sort of a point and drag kind of thing. is really, really nice. With the height ceiling turned off, you can actually get at your head level and lower, which gets the horizon in, which is really important when you're tracking. You see so many videos done with the Skydio and the guy's just flying right above you, coming down, tracking you that way. If you're snowboarding, you can't see anything. All you see is white and a guy snowboarding. It's sort of boring. However, you bring it down and you get that horizon in and it changes the dynamics of the entire shot. And if you guys do have questions about the Skydio 2 drone, it is this close to being my favorite drone. There are only two things that I wish they would change, and it would be my favorite drone. Is the controller, the connection style. They chose Wi-Fi. It's a little bit glitchy when you're flying through trees at close range, mid-range, and definitely at further range. And it's not about the distance, guys, it's about the signal strength. The only reason we do these distance tests are to see how strong the signal strength really is on our device. Because when your device is breaking up and you're flying, it's very hard to get those cinematic, nice looking shots. So that's one thing. And the other thing is, as much as I love the way these sensors work, I do wish the Skydio would have a button on there where I could turn them on and off, so that if I want to fly completely with no sensors, this would allow you to fly at sunrise, sunset. You know, if they would do that, and then again, like I said, if the controller wasn't Wi-Fi, not OcuSync, because that's DJI technology, but some American-made version of OcuSync, or at least as good as Lightbridge used to, because Lightbridge was a game changer. When all other drones were Wi-Fi, the Phantom 3 had Lightbridge, and that was incredible compared to what all the other drones were doing. Now, I don't know if that's possible because that technology would have to be in the drone already, and I haven't taken mine apart, and even if I did, I wouldn't know what I was looking for. I just fly things. I just have fun with them. I just really enjoy the hobby. And I really appreciate all of you guys who are joining in with me to do this stuff. I know I can't snowboard right now so much, although I am going to be doing some snowboarding next week. We're going to do some hiking to a safe spot and take the Skydio drone and test it with the beacon and get a couple of runs so I can share you guys how that works, if it works well or just works so-so. I think that's enough babbling right now. Hopefully you guys realize you guys are my social contacts. So the comments below, the comments in the live chat, all that stuff, that is the only real social contact with people I'm getting besides my family alone right now. We're just staying in and doing our thing, man. Playing games together, a lot of family nights, and making YouTube videos like this. I hope everyone out there is staying safe. Hopefully nobody you know is sick. Good spirits to everybody out there. Stay strong, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, my butt.